deep in the back of her throat, and Victoria felt the vibrations coming through Wayron's fingertips, rippling through her body. "The two vis boule." Max's quiet voice broke into the charged silence. He stepped back, releasing Victoria's wrist, and she noticed for the first time the stake that rested on the table next to him. Dear God, he'd been ready to stake her. They'd feared Beauregard had turned her. Her mouth dried and she swiveled toward him, but Max was looking intently at Wayron. "She wears two of them, does she not?" he asked. And then she realized what had happened, even as they discussed the situation above her head, above her prone body. It was only because of the two holy strength amulets that she wore, the badges of her Venator calling to hunt vampires, that she'd been saved from becoming one of the very undead that she vowed to destroy. A chill wave rushed over her, and Victoria closed her eyes, the conversation around her becoming a distorted buzz. When she looked again, she found herself caught by Sebastian's dark amber gaze. He was looking down at her, a frozen expression on his handsome face. It took her a moment to remember what had happened, and for the anger at his betrayal to bubble up inside her aching body. He'd stolen from the Concilium, from the Venators. Her sometime lover, sometime enemy, had deceived her in even more ways than she had expected. He was a Venator born of the Gardella family tree, a Venator who had disdained his calling for years because of his loyalty to his great-great-great-grandfather, Beauregard, one of the most powerful of vampires. Her fury abated slightly as another scrap of memory slipped into place. Sebastian, thrusting himself between her and Beauregard, shouting at her to leave even as she shoved a stake meant for Beauregard into Sebastian's shoulder, and the blood that wasn't supposed to be there. She saw the crusty bloom even now on his sweat-stained shirt. And then another memory consumed her, a dark liquid one, of heavy, deep pleasure, lush shadows and dangerous pleasure and heat, hands and lips and tongue, and Sebastian, again his face pale and desperate, pleading with Beauregard for her release, and her own laugh welling up from deep inside her, husky and low, derisive, dismissive. And then the handsome face of Sebastian's grandfather bending to hers, his fangs sleek and lethal, his lips warm and cold. Oh, God. "What about Beauregard?" she said suddenly, her voice commanding their attention. She sat up, and the room hardly dipped at all. "He's dead," Max said flatly, his face still in shadow. A modicum of relief seeped through her body, and she looked at Sebastian. From the expression on his face, she realized he'd done the impossible. He'd killed the 600-year-old vampire who had been his grandfather. She reached for his hand, and his fingers closed around hers. She squeezed them in thanks and apology. "Will you join us again now?" she asked, in the strong, demanding voice of Suma Gardella, the leader of the Venators. "I will." And then, with belated horror, she remembered. Max. Victoria turned once more, and their eyes met at last. The studiously flat expression there told her all she needed to know. Sebastian might be taking his rightful place within the ranks of the Venators, but Max no longer could. He'd given up his Venator powers in order to destroy the thrall Lilith the Dark, Queen of the Vampires, had held over him. 1.